What's up, chat?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Student Shorts podcast. I am your boy, Akani Energy, and with me today we have
Francis,
Dominic.
I am in the Kuti family.
and today we're gonna have a very hot topic for you guys today. Today, what are we talking about, guys?
Chaos on set productions.
Yeah.
So, guys, how are we feeling? Has anyone had like any significant moments of chaos in their lives?
For me, like, it's just a lot of me doing most of the work while my group members are just chilling, and they basically donate nothing. Me, like, I'm the kind of person that will carry everybody on my back and make sure that the project is done, and I feel like my teammates and group members usually take advantage of that.
I feel you.
Does anybody share
I
that?
feel you. No, honestly, Ayokuti, I see you working very hard on those productions. Sometimes I hear testimonials that, this guy really carried the film on his shoulders.
Even like the setup for this as well, like me and my group members, I mean, they donated a lot, but I just feel like mine was significantly more, if you get what I'm saying.
100%. Keep riding, bro.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
I was trying so hard not to laugh.
But in general, sometimes when we're shooting, we run into problems. Productions aren't always smooth, and that's one thing we're learning as film students. And sometimes people come late, equipment is faulty, some people don't always, take their responsibilities to the fullest. But it happens, such is life. We're humans, and to err is to be human, and such things. Philosophy. Quote me on that.
But something that is also very important is like communication. That's one of the most important things to be able to.
Yeah, honestly, I think I had an experience on set where I was working with my co-worker here, Ayo.
My friend.
And I remember the group work we had, the dispute I would say dispute, or like the fight that happened on set, whereby he was trying to like get everybody to align with the schedule and fill out for people who couldn't do their jobs, and at the end of the day he was sort of attacked for it because they were like, oh, he was not on set at that point in time. Meanwhile, the people that he was trying to fill up for were not there at that point. He was, and it was like sort of like a you were here, you were not there, and then they didn't just
another problem was they did not even understand what my role was.
Exactly.
They thought my role was to carry equipment up and down, but the best boys work is to assist with lights.
I feel that role is really undermined, if you ask me, because
so you'll be like, the guy was disrespecting my life. He was telling me, go and do this, go and do that, like I'm some houseboy. And I said I'm not going to do it because not my work. You do it.
But you see, that's another thing that we have to address. Under this whole, guise of communication. Part of communicating on a film set is like, picking up slack where you see slack.
Yeah, you don't understand. I was doing all this, and then this guy thought it was his right to boss me around. It was very disrespectful. And once I crash out, there's no going back home. It takes me a lot to get there, and when I do, oh my days, long day for you.
So then how do you move forward in regards to the projects, completing the project at hand? Because of course we find ourselves in these moments, people have vexed you, it's frustrating, you just want to throw it up in the air, can't lie, I'm not having this, I'm not taking it, and you walk off set. But at the same time, you still have a responsibility.
Exactly.
So it's like, the question is, how do we now put our egos aside and like decide to move forward?
I think the only way we were able to do that was the amount of professionalism that the group had. We're able to counter problems, and we managed to get the work done, got our marks, and successful projects in it.
100%.
Exactly.
Tough.
Have you ever had an encounter like that, Chenzo?
Yeah, I feel being able to be a responsible person helps you to, handle your roles better, and it helps you to be more accountable to others as well, because you're not only doing the role because they forced it on you, but you're also trying to learn from it and to also inspire other filmmakers as well. So
Nice.
Okay, now let's turn this conversation with specific discussion points. So let's address the issue of poor planning and organization. Like starting the project too late, lack of clear rules, not having a production schedule, everyone assuming someone else would do the work. They could say, we plan to film on Saturday, but no one confirmed the location beforehand. And then it just sprouts up a lot of wahala. So, what are issues of poor planning? What scenarios have we faced under this?
For me, honestly, I feel that if I'm given a work or a task, I try to I like planning ahead so that I have an idea of how this thing is going to play out and everything. So I remember working with one of my, I can't say the name, but someone, and she
Shade is about to be thrown.
She basically messed up my plans. Cause
how dare she?
But then she did at the end of the day. She did, and I was, it was more like I was policing her to try and be on schedule and, work with my own, plan. And it was oh, she had this to do, that to do. And this is actually a group work, and I haven't really done my part of it, and she's the one holding me down. So I think, at the end of the day, I had to.
That's miraculous.
Very. It ended up miraculously because I was saved by one of our lecturers who sort of put that person in line. At the end of the day. So.
Well, you see, this is why pre-production is very, very important. I feel like a lot of people undermine the importance of pre-production. I can speak for myself here because it's not just in student filmmaking. Even in the professional scene and everything, oh my God, working with clients, it can be the most jarring thing ever. Because, okay, you asked me for a budget, I'm going to give you a budget. But then pre-production has its own budget, and some people don't understand that. They're like, I'm paying, but we're not shooting the video yet, so what am I paying for? And it's like, excuse me, if you don't pay for pre-production, if we can't handle pre-production well, then the entire production falls apart. And then when they inevitably overlook that pre-production aspect, we then dive into chaos when we're actually shooting. Locations aren't confirmed, equipment is all over the place, people are unsure about what it is we are doing. We start very late. Hey, Jesus. Remember one time we were supposed to have a shoot at 6 p.m. That's when the shoot was supposed to start. Who wants to take a guess when that shoot actually started?
2 a.m.
4 p.m.
6. From 6.
1 a.m.
12.
Okay, you're close, but then you're still far.
Wait, 4 a.m.
It started at 10
a.m.
p.m.
p.m.
Yeah,
Damn.
we were supposed to shoot at 6 p.m., but due to bad poor
4.
planning, we started at 10 p.m. I know that was frustrating because
I just
we are tired. It's a long day, and certain people are paid for
make
their
sure
time,
that-
and people start working overtime at this point, and it's like we are going to go above budget with poor planning like this. I ended up going back home at 2 a.m. and it was painful because some of my guys were laughing at me beforehand, telling me that the shoot will start late. And I told them no, it's not going to start late, and they were like, I told you so. And don't fire them, sha, but it is what it is,
They've experienced so many challenges, so
And-
they already
and
know how
man.
the schedule runs.
Planning is very, very, very important. Otherwise, nobody's happy, and it now leads to group conflicts. So under which, you know, we can talk about unequal workload, members missing meetings, people have different work ethics, and there are always disagreements.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, what happens when one person is doing most of the work while others contribute very little?
Can have technical issues, you know. Yeah, stuff like that. There's a lot of things that come with that. Francis, do you have any examples?
I feel that, you know, if one person has the load, you know, and carries all the weight, if the person isn't strong enough or isn't like good at what they do,
That
it's
project
going
will
to
fall.
it's going to
Yeah.
show. It's going to show that it wasn't really thought of, you know, and worked on with so much, you know, diligence and all. And at the end of the day, it just goes to show how, you know, prominent this set of people are, or how, you know, they lack communication and planning. So when it comes to work ethics, I think that a solution to avoid, you know, challenges of set is to get people that have the same mindset and narrative as you. So you get to explore, you know, that connection on a deeper level, and, you know, be able to visualize that dream that you're trying to show. So if I feel the first set of planning is getting the right person on set.
But you see, that there is a challenge in of itself, because a
Yeah.
lot of times you can find yourself working with people you have never met before, you're meeting for the first time, or even people that you're working with for the first time. You've known them for a while, but you've never actually worked with them, and so you're new to the way they respond to certain things.
The way
and
they think.
Exactly. And sometimes that in of itself can lead to conflict. And so back to the question, what then happens if it is just one person doing most of the work while others barely contribute? Me, I can speak for myself in this situation because I found myself in this position.
First.
And you know, it goes back to what we said earlier, that communication is key.
Yeah.
So I will be communicating with you. If you're not, you know, giving me what I need, I will let you know you're not giving me what I need. Give you a chance to repent. But if you don't repent, so sorry, you'll be replaced. And that replacement comes in, you lose credit for the work that's finally done. You're not going to have any credit in it. And even if at all you have some sort of credits by virtue of a contract, maybe you are going to get paid less, or you're not going to collect what you're fully supposed to collect. You'll make up, yeah. And essentially, I don't know, man, I haven't been on such large productions where I've been unable to. So what I would do is I would just simply wear many hats, wear the hats that you refuse to wear. And I would pick up where you are slacking. And yeah, so if you were meant to edit it and I ended up editing it, you're going to play back the production and you're going to see in the credits, edited by Akan. You will not see your name there.
Well, I want to ask, I know that you're the one talking, but I would like to ask, like, how does it feel to wear so many hats? How do you enjoy it, or is it something you just do because of your work ethics and you basically want to show that, oh yeah, this is, my hand is here, so you should expect this? Like,
honestly, it comes out of a place of necessity. There are certain things I want to make, certain things I want to do, but I don't have the resources. And if I don't have someone to fill in the void, I might as well just learn how to do it myself. And that's just literally how it is. If I look at a cartoon and I say, I really want to make a cartoon, but I don't know anyone who knows how to animate, I'll go and learn how to animate and I'll make the cartoons. It's just, yeah.
That's another challenge. Like, this one is soft and
Yeah. People also have like creative differences on sets. Have you guys had any
like mad.
instances?
Like
I know
mad.
he would have.
Hey.
He would have. He's
Creative
been
people
a-
say, we need the blue pots, and they're like, oh no, the red pots looks
Yeah.
better, and it's like, dog,
Choose one.
what do you know?
Choose
What
one.
do you know? So then what do you do? Ayo, I want to ask you, when you have creative differences on set, what do you end up doing?
I've actually never had any issue like that because I've barely been on sets where I've had to impute my decisions. But I'll say what you can do is just respect each other and figure out what's best for both parties.
So now you've mentioned two key virtues that we should carry: communication and respect. Please, audience, write that down. Hope you're listening. Hope you're paying attention. Another important skill that we should focus on is time management. So specifically as a student, we are not just walking around with cameras and shooting projects. We also have our academics. So, sometimes we have to balance our coursework and productions. We have to work with last minute filming, clashing class schedules, rushing over deadlines, and What are your experiences with time management?
I remember when we had a group project. I think you were in the same group as me, Akan, where I think that was actually the fault of the technical department. So I would say, like the media team. So we had equipment to shoot for that day, and at the end of the day, they were lagging. So we had to cancel the whole day's a particular scene. So we had to shoot the following day because of the inadequacy for the equipment. And sometimes when also actors or getting or securing a space for a location takes longer than expected, or you realize that your artistic vision isn't what is going on set isn't really connecting with what you had in mind, you tend to spend longer. And I feel that before shooting anything, I feel like there should be some sort of rehearsal, people getting used to the set and everything, if it's basically a stage play, or just get used to it, have everything set up, even down to the weather, to know if it's going to
100%.
even
that steers us back to the importance of pre-production. It really shouldn't be overlooked. But now, as a student in of itself, not even just a someone working on a production or a film student specifically, in balancing your academic life with production life, how do you go about time management? And this is such an important question as we progress. Personally, there are lots of personal projects I would like to work on, and even beyond that, I work off campus on different productions outside and everything. And it is so daunting to come back, literally today I am just coming back to school this morning because I had a shoot during the weekend. So I came back to school.
Later.
I came back to school this morning, and now we're here doing this project, doing this assignment. And a lot of times in class, I'm casting myself now to my lecturers, but alongside taking notes, I'm also probably editing a video for a client, so balancing all these things together is a real challenge. And the skill that will take you out of it is, in fact, time management. So do we have any tips, any free methods that we could apply to be able to manage ourselves? And I think I'm going to direct that question to you.
Ayo, I think he would know,
because you also like me do a lot of stuff outside of school. You have a career that you're building.
I admire your work, by the way. It's great, honestly.
So what I'll say is pre-production is the most important factor in managing your time.
Well, how does pre-production help you as a student?
If you're able to plan ahead, let's say you have a lot of work to do the week. Let's say you have a lot of work to do next week. You have to make sure that you know what you are going to do when you get to that place. You're not just going there to go with the flow. You're going there with a mission, and you are ready to accomplish that mission.
Yeah, you're too deep. You're too deep, bro. Wow. Give it up. 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 See wisdom.
Yeah.
But honestly, yeah. Ayo has a point.
You have to respect
You know,
deadlines and stuff like that.
Self-awareness is key in this case. Some people bite more than they can chew. Me, I bite.
Yeah,
a lot
I think
more
that's
than
what
I
you
can
do.
chew, bro. Hey.
But I don't know how you sort of still balance it at the end of the day. Like, I think that question should be forwarded to you. Because, like, you still do a lot of production outside school. And then, for some reason, you still have good grades. So, hello, are we missing something here that we don't know what you do? Or
Man, it is at the expense of my mental health.
Oh, so something is giving up at the end of the day.
No, you always have to give something up. You guys are witnesses now. One morning you see I can't walk into class, he's not smiling with anybody. I can't, what's wrong? Don't worry, I'm fine.
I can be smiling in the morning, afternoon. Last week I was really telling Akan, are you sure you're okay? Akan does the buffets because earlier in the morning he was
like, oh yeah, I think the last what is it called?
I think it was
scene
digital
that I saw.
literacy.
I call it a scene because it was more like a drama.
Yes.
And then he just stood and was like, "Guy, I was literally sleeping just now, and you just came and just took the. Why would you do that? Like,
yeah, it was crazy.
Why do you guys do this?
I think that was my first time ever seeing
and then
Akan
yeah,
crash outside
honestly,
I was so shocked. I went quiet the rest of that.
Bro, you talk like I'm some sort of scary.
No,
well, I mean, it was a bit scary. If you ask me, it was a bit scary.
That was Akan being a man.
And then he dropped us a piece on the chat, and it was like, "Whoa, W's, you know."
Please, sure. Don't mishear. Akan is a very kind, soft-spoken gentleman.
That's what he tells himself.
All right, okay, now first.
So you guys, what are like the solutions to all these issues that
I think we've mentioned
self-awareness, you know,
time management,
communication, time management, all those things.
You have to also learn how to compromise for people.
100%.
Because there's a lot of people that are hot-headed. You just have to
what do you mean?
sit back and just let them.
You know, when interacting with people, you need to know when and where to compromise, how to compromise. Because some people, they want something, you want something, it's clashing, find a middle ground.
Okay.
And so finally I think we could talk just a recap of everything that we've spoken about, the solutions and the lessons learned. We spoke about better communication, you know, having clear responsibilities. Did we talk about creating backup plans in case things don't work out the first time?
No, we didn't.
Well, we're saying it now. Yeah. You know, always have a plan B. Something isn't going right the first time, you know, you can always come back to it again. If you're finding it hard balancing school and your personal projects, you can shelf one thing in favor for the other. So many times this semester I went back and forth between academics and personal work. Sometimes I'm like, this project, it's not important. I have this thing to shoot outside school, so I'll focus on that. When I come back and then I'll focus on school. Other times I'm like, hey, you clients that is offering me money, keep your money. I choose academics. And you're like, and it's, you know, you just, that compromise, that backup plan, going back to it.
Another thing to add as well, I think you can try and look for advice. You can't always do everything by yourself. So if you're struggling to, you know, balance certain aspects of either academics or production on sets, you can meet someone that's also an expert in the industry and learn from him how he balances his time and work.
Mentorship, bro.
I would say you should get your own team, like, you know, have your own team and just, you know, work with it. So you could basically be in school. I mean, it could basically be in school, and you know, you basically have like a schedule for them to like work with. You just be like the figurehead saying, oh, do this. But if it's required for you to be on set, then why not? Like, you know, but you need some backup. You know, this one man thing. You have grown now. You should expand.
It is well. So as we grow, you know, our table will grow as well, and you know, we find the people that we work with. And I guess that brings us to the end of this segment. Any
nice
last?
conversating with you guys. Very nice.
Yeah, sharp. Any last notes from
You guys have
Sheun?
said everything, so
Amazing. Ayo, would you like to say something to our audience?
All I would like to say, and advice from being on set, is that when you are in the situation of, having to pick up everybody, you should always take it and be ready for whatever comes with it. It's a big responsibility.
Inspiring.
Yeah, so respect deadlines, communicate with people better, and ensure you have backup plans. I don't know how to stress this more. But please ensure you have backup plans. Yeah, that's what I have to say. Thank
Sharp.
you, guys.
Chimzron, would you any finishing remarks?
Well, I mean, as you're going into the set, you have to go with the mind that, you're going to accomplish something, and yeah, that's all I have.
Frances?
I feel that genuinely you should just, come prepared. Your team should have the same mindset as you, work with people that really align with your artistic vision so that you wouldn't, have much challenges. Because I think there would always be challenges on set. It's just how you really manage them and like make them smaller. So it has to be something you have to think about and, try and work towards to basically. So
Very well said. There will always be challenges on set. Learn to manage it. And yeah, with that, we come to the end of this segment. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Student Shop Podcasts. Thank you, and
Thank you, guys.
have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.